Hi everyone, welcome back to another tutorial and thank you so much for clicking. If you're new here, kindly consider subscribing and also turn on the notification bell so that anytime we have a new video you'll get notified. In today's video we're going to learn how to crochet the Alpine Stitch. It's a very simple stitch and it has a very nice texture, one of the most popular stitches, and hope you're going to enjoy this video to the end. Guys, before we start, I want to appreciate 3,500 of you for subscribing, and thank you so much for always coming back to support. Thank you guys for sharing my tutorials, thank you for the likes, thank you for the nice comments. I do appreciate. So to start, I'll be using a size 4.5 millimeter hook and begin by making a slip knot and make a foundation chain of any even numbers or multiples of 2. So I'm going to chain 24. So once you have your foundation chain, skip the first 3 chains from the hook, 1, 2, and 3. Go into the 4th chain and make a double crochet. So yarn over, insert your hook, grab yarn, make a double crochet. Into the next, a double crochet in each and every chain all the way to the end. We've completed row 1 and now to begin row 2, chain 1, turn your work. In row 2 we are going to make single crochets in each and every stitch. So insert your hook in the very first stitch, make a single crochet. Into the next stitch, a single crochet, and make single crochet in each and every stitch to the end of this row. When you get to the end, the very last single crochet, we're going to make it on top of the 3rd chain. So remember, we skipped 3 chains and these chains count as a stitch. So insert your hook in the 3rd chain and make a single crochet. And to begin the 3rd row, we're going to chain 2, then turn your work. So instead of chaining 3 in these rows, we are going to chain 2. So these 2 will count as a stitch, and now we're going to skip this first stitch and make a front post double crochet in the next stitch in row 1. So in row 1 we had double crochets. We're going to yarn over and insert your hook around that post and make a front post double crochet. So make sure to pull this 3rd loop to the height of the single crochet row, then make a front post that stitch. The next stitch you're going to skip 1 stitch and make a double crochet in the next stitch on top of the single crochet. So yarn over and make a double crochet on top of that stitch. Next we are going to make a front post in the next stitch. So you skip 1 and go to the next, make a front post double crochet. So make sure that you pull this loop to the height of the single crochet row. Then the next you're going to skip 1 stitch and make a double crochet in the next stitch. Skip 1 post, go to the next and make a front post double crochet. Skip 1 stitch, go to the next, make a double crochet. And then when you come to this row, you skip 1 post. So this post is aligning with the single crochet stitch. That is why you are skipping it and going to the next to make a front post double crochet. And again, when you are skipping one stitch here, it's because it aligns with the post. Now we make a double crochet in the next one. So now you're going to make a front post and then a double crochet, front post, a double crochet. So repeat this all the way to the end. So you're making the last post. So you just insert your hook in this space and make a double crochet there. Now to begin row 4, chain 1 and make single crochet in each and every stitch. Single crochet all the way to the end. When you get to the last stitch, make the single crochet on the chain 2, and to begin the next row, which is row 5, you're going to chain 2 and turn. So we are chaining 2 instead of chain 3 because we don't want to have that big space in between the stitches. So now that in row 3 we started with a front post double crochet, now we are going to start with a normal double crochet on top of the single crochet row. So remember, this first stitch is attached to the chain 2. Now we're going to insert our hook in the next one and make a double crochet, and now we alternate with a front post in the next stitch. So the stitch which was a front post, you make a double crochet on top of it, and the one that was a normal double crochet, you make a front post double crochet. So always remember to pull the third loop to the height of the single crochet row. Okay, so the next one, you're going to make a normal double crochet on top of the single crochet stitch, and the next is a front post double crochet. Next is a normal double crochet followed by a front post double crochet. So you can see that where there was a front post, I make a double crochet, and where there was a double crochet in row 3, we are making a front post double crochet. Okay, so keep on working to the end of this row, and I'll meet you at the end to show you the next step. So we are almost at the end. Now we make a front post double crochet, and we are going to make a normal double crochet on top of the single crochet stitch. Then chain 1 and turn your work. Repeat the row of single crochets. So single crochet all the way to the end. So this is row 6, and remember that we are alternating the row of double crochet and front post double crochet with row of single crochet. Then the last stitch is on top of the second chain. Okay, then chain 2, turn your work. Now we are repeating row 3. Okay, you start with front post followed by a double crochet, and now the next row you will repeat row 5. Okay, so now you're going to make a front post double crochet around this post here, followed by a normal double crochet, front post double crochet, normal double crochet. So basically we are going to repeat row 2, row 3, row 4, and row 5. That is what you're doing. So keep on working to the end and repeat the pattern until you master the stitch. This is what we have after making number of rows. Okay, you can see how the texture is coming out beautiful. Now you can make this stitch differently when working in rounds. So when I'm making it in rounds, like the sweater that I made, I skipped the row of single crochets. So you just make row of front post and double crochets only. So this is how you go about it. Let me just make a row of this so that you can see. So on top of the front post you make a double crochet, and then next is a front post double crochet followed by a double crochet on top of the front post followed by a double crochet, then front post and double crochet and front post, and then you make a slip stitch on top of the second chain. Now because here we began with a double crochet, now this row we're going to begin with a front post. So you chain 2, then go through the post and make a front post double crochet, then a double crochet in the next stitch, a front post double crochet. So in rounds I skip that row of single crochet to save on time. Yeah, and it still comes out nicely. The texture is so cool, you see. So when working in rows, because you want to maintain this right side like this is how the wrong side looks like. That's why we have the row of single crochets. But now because this one I'm working in rounds, I don't have to turn and make a row of single crochets, but still you can do so. It does no harm. It will still turn out so nicely. So this is the wrong side when working in rounds, and this is the right side where we have the textured Alpine stitch. Okay, so thank you so much for watching up to this point. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share, and leave a positive comment in the comment section. I will meet you in the next tutorial. Bye bye.